be talking. Thank you. Right on. So know that this is the beginning of the next chapter, and today we're going to start talking about faith, because this is fall and it is the work of the fall to believe that faith has to do with everything that's going on is for our highest. So we're going to lay down judgment for 3 months and stop saying this was good, this was bad. It's like more or less. I'd like more of this, I'd like less of this, okay? Stop giving power to that which you do not want in your life. Easy to say, isn't it? And so much harder to really focus there and to really be present with yourself and with those that you love, and that which you love. You wouldn't come down on this planet unless you loved this planet, because there's a lot of distraction on this planet that wants you not to be in love right now. All of that is simply because it hasn't been blessed, it hasn't been honored, it's been judged. Let the judgment come later. That'll be when the time is right. Right now, we're not the judges anymore. Let's put down that part. It's hard to, because we've learned, if I know what's right and wrong, then I can keep my path going. But you know what works in your heart and what's right, and it's all right, you see. And when you say something that isn't what you wanted to say, you have the right to correct it. You don't have to let it hanging in the air like that. You can take it back and say, reset. We're going to throw out this. How does this feel? Much better, huh? And that's where we want to be. I wrote a poem some years ago, and I think I'll read it now, because it talks a little bit about the dilemma and the transformation that we're going through. We are in a huge transformational energy right now for the next year, and we're going to be moving into a much lighter, and I'm trusting that it's going to be a lot easier than what the struggling, tough stuff that we've been clearing out and leaving behind, because we thought we had to carry all this stuff, and we find out all we are going to be assigned is a backpack, and we better know what we want to put in it. So start planning that now. What do you want in that backpack of yours? What do you want available for you? What will help you thrive? What will help you stay in who you are? What will help you give your gifts to each other without thinking about, I might run out of my gift. But somebody will say, watch that. Don't give too much to that person. That person doesn't give very much back. And you might get depleted. Not the way it works. If you're working as that one voice, and thank you all for having that beautiful music today. How perfect. One voice is exactly what has to happen if we're going to thrive, right? That's what thriving's about. It's not that we don't have different tones to our voice, but that we're voicing that love and kindness is our intention and our way of life. And we're not going to give into that scary boogeyman stuff that people lay down and try and pull the rug out from under, and to say, see, you aren't in love and kindness. Look how scared you are. Of course we get frightened from time to time. And that's to love. And when we're frightened, that's because a part of us isn't connected with our love. Period. So connect it with your love, you see. It's like the cord isn't plugged in yet. That's all. Don't think it's a big deal. Your intentions are so close to who you are that all you have to do is plug it in and take a breath. And that's how you plug in, with your breath, right? And so pay attention, because the more frightened you might be about something, guess what? The less breath you have. And there's a little secret in our energy field. The less breath we have, the more we control from our third energy center. and it locks right there. And it says, I can do it myself. I'm tough. I can handle this, and whatever else it says in your head. That's some of my head. Uh, what can I say? And so we can't stop our breath because we don't want to be controlling. We want choice, right? Because part of thriving is choice. And the only way we can allow ourselves to choose is to be in each moment. And the only way we can be in each moment is through our breath, because that's our connection with this world. When we're born, our first breath is our first connection, bringing God into our world. And our last breath is the last time we bring God into this world. And breaths in between are up to you. And you're in charge of that. Nobody else is in charge of that. No one can take that away from you, you see? So let yourself have your breath. Be aware when you take it away and stop. Be aware when you think, oh my God, I think I said too much, or whatever it is you're doing that stops your breath. Because it's in the divine plan. If it happened, it's for the highest. Even if you didn't like what you said or did, it's for your highest. Because now you have to figure out how to be loving and kind to yourself when you've done something you didn't like that you did. Go figure, right? And so then what goes through our heads, right? Oh, all the things that we were scolded about when we were kids and the way we were scolded, right? And all those rules from when we were kids. Depending on your families, you had rules, and they were very different. I can remember going to another household. My friends, Christina was Greek Orthodox, and their family was very expressive. And when we sat down at the table with them, they were all over the place. Like, oh wow! I remember going to Christmas dinner with a family, and they had a lot of kids. And I was always taught, you sit and you behave, and we pass. And they are just all dug in, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there, I have an empty plate, and they're all eating. Interesting, huh? Oh, so you're in charge. You're in charge, and if you and you're gonna have different experiences of different emotions in life. It's a part of blessing them. You see, anything that comes into your life that's tough, it's because it's not been blessed enough. What is a blessing? I was asking that, how do I know if I'm blessing something or not? I don't know how, how do I know? You know, because your heart opens, you get a little less tension in your jaw, you breathe all the way down to the third lobe of your lung, and you acknowledge all that is my blessing. Work with that. You're going to like it. It's going to give you a lot of extra energy. Why is that? Because then you're really connected with who you are. And that's where your energy lies. When we're connected with who we are, we don't get tired. We may need to rest because they want to re-energize us. That's different than being tired. When you're tired, it's because you've worked so hard to stay out of your heart. That's what makes you tired. And you know those things. You know when you're in a situation where it just doesn't feel safe, and you're looking forward to your soonest way you can exit in a gentle way. And all of a sudden you're breathing less, and you're feeling tired, and you're feeling exhausted. And oh my God, that ache is double now what it was a little long before. And that's all indications and telling you need to stop and get back to who you are, because you're in an adaptive state of being that doesn't support you. And that's why you're tired. Otherwise, you flow through, and when you need to rest something, part of you rest. You acknowledge and you rest. And you say, oh, I must need to clear all this. The whole idea of the worries, huh? I give mine to the angels because I know they're in neutrality better than I am. And when you're in neutrality looking at something, you don't worry about it. You bless it and you hold it for its highest. Hmm? They can do that like that because they haven't or don't have to go through what we go through of how about what this is in our life. And oh my goodness, I must have done something really bad. Oh, is this karmic? Oh, then I really did something bad. No, it's a choice. It's a choice. The more you're on path, the more choices they're going to give you. Why? Because there's so many things that need to be blessed to move them into this next higher vibration that's going to take all of us blessing all the things we've ever done that we've cursed or been mad at ourselves about. We need to raise all of that to a higher vibration. So guess what's going to happen in the next few weeks? Because we're going to go through 2 nice eclipses next month. That we're going to see all that stuff. It's not to analyze, it's not to gnash and wail, it's not because you're doing something wrong, it's because they say, will you handle this too? And it's okay to say to God from time to time, God, that's too much. Let me just hold what I'm holding. And maybe I can talk to my friend over here, maybe my friend can hold that piece. We're not in this alone. And as soon as we learn that we aren't, then we can learn how to thrive. Thriving is everyone working together with the goal of the one voice, with the goal of each person being who they are at their most powerful. So here's this little silly poem I wrote. I find that I write poems when I'm doing other things. And so I guess I was cleaning the closet when I wrote this because that's what I called it, diversion from cleaning the closet. Is this what we have to live with? Putting together what we've just torn apart? What is the rhythm of the pathway that leads to the kingdom of the heart? If we're to be in action as we are in human form, then loving spirit will be dancing in our outstretched arms. And born as we merge and go within our ever-growing heart, that which seems a mystery to us becomes a very part of whom we are and what we do. When all the living for others is through, we know for sure that purpose lies in passion for every day, in every way, the taste of each moment of the day, living life as it is, eliminating denial and decoration, responding from the heart vibration, rejoicing voices raised, singing of praise and celebration. 29 years, folks. A choice to say, what a day, whenever old souls come to play. I'm in my truth, I will stay. Diversions of while cleaning the closet. And isn't that what we do? Back and forth, this and that. And it's so perfect. Don't think you're doing things. See, once we throw out right and wrong, and we get more or less, and enough is a wonderful concept. Enough is a great word to say. I have people who say, oh, I've got such a busy weekend. I've got 6 things I'm doing. I'm thinking, oh my God, are you going to be, how much of that 6 things can you be present for? I don't know about that. It has to be a phenomenal extrovert to handle 6 things in one weekend, I think. Whoa. But we think we're going to miss something if we don't go to one. No. You'll miss things if you're thinking this other one had something that this one doesn't, you see. And that's where we get messing with this judgment stuff. It's real subtle. Oh, I should have gone there because I bet you that was where I would have gotten what I need to get. Oh, oh my goodness. It's no wonder we're all being pushed and pulled all over the place, huh? And yet, can you start to feel there's a draw to something a little easier, a little lighter? You know, that's why you're going to start doing that backpack. We need to lighten up. We don't have to carry everything with, because it's there wherever we are. And we got to get used to that. And we have to give up this idea there's someone we have to be protecting ourselves from. Now, that doesn't mean I don't use my Archangel Michael. I use him every day, and I'm so grateful he's there with me, because he helps me stay in my love. So the protections you put are not to support your fear. You put around protections that encourage you to stay in your love, you see. So when you protect yourself, it is from some other vibrations of yourself that have been interfering with your thriving. That's an interesting concept, isn't it? Oh, you mean I have power over that? That's the beauty of this inner transformation that's going on, is we are in charge. We said, we'll come down, we'll work that, we'll create love-based communities. And that's why we need places where we can come, that we can pretty much expect folks are going to hold their vibration in much of a love base as they can. We need to create and invite those kinds of things. And I have always seen unity as a keeper of love base. And if there's one thing that you need to look at, do you want this love base to continue? And secondly, because this is really important right now, since this is such an individual transformational time, we need to somehow do some actions connected with those places that are love-based, by our presence and by offering our gifts one way or another to the situation, so that we have places where we can go, oh yeah, it's unity today. Oh yeah, so-and-so's talking. I really enjoy hearing what they have to say. Great. Oh. And because I know I want to do that, what can I bring and what can I contribute from my gifts, not volunteering for something that's not my gift? You know, God forbid they put me in charge of the finances. I have an accountant for that. Yay. But, but you have to look at, okay, what is it that I'm not offering? And you know what it might be? It might be, oh, when I get here, I need to get to know 3 people each time from Love Base. Wow. Can you imagine if all of you came in with that contract today? I'm going to connect with 3 people at least from Love Base. How much love? And guess what? You've had a lot of connections with Love Base, haven't you? You feel the energy in the room right now? It is full. It is full of that wonderful presence that is. And do you want your lives to have that fullness and that feel? Yes. So thank you for your presence and coming, and you're wanting to set that intention of faith. Faith will move fate into destiny. That's your part of it. Co-creation is key. Co-creation is key. Even if you have a great idea, if you've got a great friend, roll it over with them so that you can co-create around it. Ooh, what can we do with this? What can we do with this? That's why when we do prayer or meditation or song together, what do we hold? What do you have there? You've got so much energy right here. We probably could dig a hole and build a house. We got a lot of energy in here, but we do, and we forget. And so before you leave today, set your intention to feel where your healthy vibration matches with this, and set the intention to have this in your life more and more of the time, until those times when it's not there are just no big deal, and you say, oh my God, kids, you just need some downtime. That's it. That's all you need right now. And then you're going to be fine. You can also ask for some fun dreams too. That helps. So my wish for you today is that you feel the sense of that you are a love-based being. I am a love-based being. And my purpose here is to share with love with our planet, with the people on our planet, the other kingdoms, the animals, all the wonderful rocks that are around us that are holding up our basin, all that is. And we sang prayers to the sky, and I was thinking, oh, the star nations and the star people and all the angels and all the beings that we called in with that little song, a fun song. And they were just loving it and hanging around with us and saying, wow, this is cool. Because remember, without the acknowledgement of gratitude, things disappear. And with it, they increase, they multiply. You see how much influence you have on your world. A lot more than maybe you thought of when you got up this morning thinking, oh my God, it's kind of early today. Oh, I'm going to vote for afternoon church instead of morning. But anyhow, but it is what it is. Yes. So I invite you all to be and let yourself know that that's why you're here. It's nothing you're doing, it's that you're here. Present. Your presence is a present. Your breath in the present opens up doors. And I invite you all to have lots of door choices, all of which bring harmony and joy to your heart and peace to your being. And I think with that, that's what I have to say today. So yes, thank you. So will you all just stretch a little bit, because we're going to do meditation then. So stretch and wiggle, do a great big yawn, because that helps you align your chakras. Adversary doesn't want us to yawn, but yawning clears them all, opens up that third one so that you can actually breathe all the way down and all the way up. Oh, does that feel good? Oh my. All right, let's do 3 full breaths from the central sun, God source, to our sun, to the top of our heads, to our hearts, our chi centers, out our feet down to the sun in the center of the earth. Strong connection, bringing that connection of God right down to the core of our earth. That's good. And then 3 wonderful breaths, starting with that sun in the center of our earth, up our legs into our chi center, our heart center, top of our head, our sun, back to that central sun, God source. In connecting those two, we establish our sense of I am. I am the keeper of this light. This has been gifted to me. I came down with this light. I walk with this light. I am the expression of this light through my personality, through who I am. The power of that. Yeah. Well, and let's do a little bit of Clearing from there. Let's breathe up some energy through our feet, the earth energies, which are beautiful rainbow colors up your legs and into your belly. At the same time, we open our top of our heads to the gold mist of spirit, allowing it to enter and fill your body, going down your backbone, merging with the rainbow energy. And then you have that tree that you put on with the trunk at the solar plexus, and the branches are reaching up to heaven. And that magnificent root system goes down to that sun in the center of the earth, bringing up that healing and creative salves. Up, up. And as they merge, the vibration shifts and balances until you have your very own personal harmonic, your harmonic in the world. And as that happens, it goes to each and every cell in your body, strengthening every cell, empowering love in every cell of your being. And as that is all happening, we create that fountain of that beautiful energy, and we surround it around ourselves no more than 3 feet outside of up. And we check for leaks. And then that fountain just starts to happen naturally, 1.5 feet above your head, and it fills that beautiful container with all that extra energy of the harmonic of you. And if you see any cords connected to people, unplug them and plug them into the light instead. And if you see any cords connected to lessons, plug those into the collective library, send them up there so everyone can learn from them, not just you. And if you see any connections to places that are corded in, uncord those, plug those into the light. And also things. Sometimes we get attached to things, plug those into the light. There you go. Very nice. Ooh, now just feel your own energy of love and kindness. This is you. Beautiful, beautiful. And then let's put a nice protection around us. Put your octahedron, that's 2 4-sided pyramids, one pointing up, one pointing down. And the base is at the heart level. There you go. Make sure that's nice and slippery and shiny, so those heavier energies that are popping around us wherever we look can just either slide off or reflect back wherever they're coming from. There you go. Yeah, and then let's just go inside, do a quick balance of our chakras. So let's start with the throat chakra, that which we have the hardest time, which is expressing our love and kindness. We're going to clear that out, anything that's in the way of our compassionate truth, clearing out anything in the way of us thinking and speaking lovingly and kindly about and to ourselves. And we're going to clear anything out of thinking that's in the way of thinking lovingly and kindly to and about others. We're going to move down to our heart center next, that wonderful expansive center that can easily expand to hold the lower 3 chakras so that anything that's coming back home to be loved can be loved. We make sure we have a nice space in that high heart, full to the brim with light. We put our little one in there and our teenager, and that's where our spirit lives. And then we put a hand on each side of that chakra and we wrap it around this room, and we create this beautiful heart center here. And in it, we place those who couldn't make it today, who wanted to be here. Anybody who's asked for your support and love that needs support? And then put yourself in and receive anything. And I usually say it this way, anything that I might need and require that I wasn't aware of. Anything I need and require that I am aware of. Okay? To be me, to be all I can be, to be able to take the responsibility of expressing love and kindness to the world. Because that was your assignment and that is your assignment. And when that's working, you'll discover you are working well. There you go. There you go. All right. And then you see that pinpoint of light between your two closed eyes, and let's do some figure eights inside and open up our third eye, that wonderful intuitive part of ourself that is a part of the oneness, you know. Waking up that pineal gland and really setting that intention to only receive from highly evolved beings who love our planet, love humankind, and support love and kindness. Moving back down to the heart center, we put in a reverent request for assistance and willingness to receive it in learning to love ourselves as we are right now. We ask for assistance and are willing to receive it in loving our life as it is right now. We also ask for assistance and are willing to receive it in loving others as they are now. Putting in your own reverent request at this time. Very nice. Let that go. Making sure the top of the head's open. Let's open an 8th chakra, 3 feet above that. 9th, 3 feet above that. 10, 3 feet above that. 11, 3 feet above that. 12, 3 feet above that. Move to the 3rd center at the solar plexus, that rich sunshine yellow energy. Setting that center with what I know now, I choose. And then I choose. And then I choose again and again and again. Moving down to that 2nd center, that rich orange energy, setting that center with self-love, self-appreciation, self-acknowledgement, self-respect, celebration, play, laughter, joy, satisfaction, connection with all of nature and all the other kingdoms. Moving down to that 1st center, that rich red energy, setting that center for safety and home, putting a rose there to represent home, a 2nd rose in the high heart to remind you when you are in your heart, you are home and all is well in your world. Bringing that column of energy down from the 12th center all the way to the 1st, gently bringing our souls totally in our body into the 12th, into the 11th, into the 10th, into the 9th, into the 8th, into the 7th, into the 6th, into the 5th, into the 4th, into the 3rd, into the 2nd, into the 1st, allowing that energy to land. Feel the vibration going throughout your body, radiating the light and the love that you carry, that you are. See yourselves looking at the celebration today. How do you want unity to continue? Be a part of the solution. Be a part of the love and light that has carried this particular experience for 29 years. And then let that go. Feel the power you have just being you in your light. Allow yourself to know you are this. You are always the light. Just it's a step away, a breath away. So one big more breath so that you really feel the power of who you are right now. And as you slowly open your eyes, hold the same vibration as when they were closed, radiating out the being that you are. Thank you all for being here today. Blessings to you. Amen.